So this is kind of for the firemen, for the policemen, for the people in the warrior professions, right? Military comes into play a little bit here, though. The military is kind of a different world in this, but big trauma, right? How do you process trauma? If you've had a massive traumatic event, no matter who you are, whether you're just watching this because you're curious what I'm going to say to firefighters, or if you're thinking about something else, as far as traumatic injuries go, you got about 72 hours to process it. And what happens is the trauma gets stored in your amygdala, it's a little tiny, like, survival brain in the back of your head, right? If you watch some of my other videos, I talk about Dr. Kerry Evans, and he mentions that you get onto the Peterson Academy, you get into neurology, they talk about the amygdala. It's where stress is stored in the body, and it has to be processed out of there into short-term, then long-term memory. And all of the things with it, all of the sights and smells and things that come into play with it, the graphic nature of all of that kind of dissipates when that happens. And it allows your body to process, and it allows your body to heal around it. It doesn't change that you experience the trauma. It doesn't change that you see it. For reference, firefighters, police typically see about 700 to 900 traumas in their careers. The average person sees 5. So for reference, if you're one of those warrior professions, and if you're in the military, I mean, that's, where were you, right? Who knows what you saw? You could do that in a couple of days, unfortunately, depending on your environment, right? Depending on where you needed to be. But all of it, no matter where it is processed through sleep. It's processed through REM sleep. It's that deep part of sleep where our body moves things around in the brain, and it has to be in REM to do it. Now, if you can't get that sleep, it's not the end of the world. There's an old Eastern technique. It's called Yoga Nidra. Don't worry, you don't have to get down on stretch, or you don't even have to wear the yoga pants. They don't look that great on me, so I try not to wear them. But you lay there, and you can do trauma-informed Yoga Nidra. You can get it for free on an app called Insight Timer, and you can listen, and it's 30 minutes, it's 20 minutes, you can do 45 minutes, and you process through your body. And it's going to feel weird. You might fall asleep sometimes, and that's fine. But what it does is it helps to move those things around in your brain. It also accounts for about 4 hours worth of sleep that you would lose otherwise. So if you're just really tired, a friend of mine who is pregnant at the moment, and she's got some insomnia because baby likes to keep her awake, and I told her about it. She's like, oh, that's awesome, right? It doesn't have to be trauma related. You can do Yoga Nidra for anything, but it's especially important if you, like, we work 4896s at the moment. So what if I get a traumatic experience the moment I get to work? Well, I've been 48 hours before I even get a chance really to sleep it through, right? Now, it depends on the station you're at, depends on all that kind of stuff. But even sleep at the station is generally not that deep, right? So do I even get to REM sleep? Who knows? I'm asleep. I don't know. So what it allows you to do is afterwards make sure that recovery is happening. Make sure I've got that experience and I can move it to where it needs to be. Now, sometimes it still takes a while to dull the experience down or to come to terms with it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't beat yourself up about that. There's also a lot of stuff you can do now in the post-traumatic stress world of ETT, right? It's a color board, and you can reframe the way your mind thinks. You can do ART. You can do, like, there's all kinds of stuff. EMDR. You can get into some of the more extreme versions, right? They can use medications, and it maybe if you've got long, deep-held trauma, that's what you need to break them loose. And I'm not talking about reliving them, but I'm talking about moving them to the right place so that they don't influence your actions on a day-to-day basis. Just some food for thought for those of you that might need that.